So now we're going to talk about how to participate in an online lesson with your smartphone or with a tablet. And it's roughly the same, but there are some other considerations that we need to take. So what you're seeing is I've got my laptop set up here. This is my teacher view laptop. So as a teacher, I have the ability to switch from viewing all the participants. And by the way, over there is Miss Leslie. She's my partner. She's helping me just to do this little demonstration. So when you have multiple participants logged in at the same time, like you would in a lesson like this, then you're going to see a bunch of people on the screen at once. Okay, so a couple things I want to mention are the controls. If you're on a laptop, one of the most important controls that I want you to see is up here in the top right corner. It says speaker view right now, and that's not the view you're in. The view that we're in right now, where you're seeing everybody at once on the screen, is called gallery view. Gallery view is exactly that. In fact, you can see this. I'm going to show you the iPad screen so you can see, okay, it's got everyone, and then the same thing on my iPhone. But if you want to switch that, on a laptop, you're going to go up to the top right corner and mouse over speaker view and click on it, and that's going to change it to what's called speaker view. We were in gallery view. And now you can see, okay, there's this little floating window that shows the other people, but then the main person, whoever's talking or making noise, is the one that's going to show up front and center. Now, if Leslie unmutes herself, and this is another button we're going to talk about, is the one down here in the bottom left. If I mute myself, so she's going to unmute herself and talk, and you're going to notice that the speaker view will change to her. Go ahead.
Hello, hi everyone.
So now Leslie's the big talking head, and I went away for a second. And then it switched back to me when I started talking. So when you're in a lesson with me, you're going to have to get used to either muting yourself manually by clicking that control, or I will mute you sometimes in an effort to not have a lot of sound carry over, at the same time. It just starts to get confusing when you're listening to that. So let's talk about the sound a little bit too. Another issue that can come up is background noise. If I've got cats in the background, a monster making lots of noise, or if you've got parents or siblings or other things happening in the same room that you're in, well, obviously that's going to cause a lot of distractions. So if you can put yourself in a place where you're not going to get a lot of distractions, that's going to be a lot better. However, we understand sometimes that's not possible. So let's take a look at another way that you could handle that, or at least manage it and minimize all of the background noise and distraction. Leslie has a pair of headphones, and these headphones also have a microphone built in. And so she can plug that into the side of her computer. And not only is she going to be able to hear better because there's no sound coming in around those headphones, and it isolates the sound of whatever's going on the screen, but also we're going to be able to hear her a little better because it only picks up what's right next to her instead of everything in the room. Leslie, go ahead and say hi again. Let's hear what you sound like.
Hi, can you hear me?
Can hear you just fine.
Great.
Okay, so once again, I'll just switch back to gallery view. And you can see both of us on the screen. And then I'm going to switch over to my iPad here. I have the camera turned off at the moment, so I'm actually going to turn that on. Give me 1 second here. Okay, there I am. Hello. And now you see two of me, and that's because the guy over here is actually the webcam from my laptop, and the guy right here that says iPad down there is me, the camera from the iPad. So the camera right now is front-facing. Right now I've got the iPad set up on gallery view, and I can see everyone, including myself, but it's using this front-facing selfie camera, and I want to switch that because if I'm a parent, or I should say if you're a parent and you're wanting to help out in this lesson, sometimes I'm going to need to see the keyboard, not just the face of the student or yourself. So you might want to pick up the tablet and switch that camera. So you just tap right in the center of the screen, and you'll notice up here it says switch camera. And you can go ahead and switch that to the back camera. And that will allow you to actually go down here and record the keyboard or the hands on the keyboard. And then I can see what's going on. As you play something, or as your student or your child plays something, I can actually see what's going on with their hands. So you may need to be able to do that, and that's why I want you to be in the lesson with your child, is so that you can operate the camera sometimes. Now, once again, I can only see the hands on the keyboard when you do that. So when you're done, or when they're done playing, I might have you go ahead and just switch that back. You tap right in the middle of the screen, hit switch camera, and it goes back to seeing their face. On the iPhone or on a smartphone of any type, the controls are just slightly different. We still have the gallery view where you can see everybody at the same time. This camera is now not turned on, and I'm going to do that. And you can see down here at the bottom, it says start video, and it's red because it's not on. I'm going to go ahead and tap in the middle of the screen so that the controls show up at the bottom, and click on start video. And now I have the webcam from my smartphone pointed right at my face, and you can see me on there. Once again, if I want to hold the phone over the keys and record what's going on with the hands, I need to tap in the middle of the screen and hit this little switch camera icon up here in the top left corner. And then I can put this any old which way. You can do portrait view, or you can do landscape view. Either one is fine. But now I can see the keys. And as a teacher, I can spotlight you so that even when we're in gallery view, I can make that particular person show up a lot bigger. So if I go in and do that on my laptop, okay, great. Now everyone's going to see that as sort of the main thing on their phone. Now, one more thing. On a smartphone, if you want to switch out of this gallery view to the main active speaker or just main view, instead of seeing that in the controls down at the bottom or the top, it actually is sort of like you're swiping from one screen to another. So you can kind of see down here at the bottom, there's little dots, and I'm going to swipe right, and that switches to the active speaker or the main view. And you can see like whatever my camera is showing is up here in the top right. So if that was switched to my face, it's always going to show, whatever my camera shows. But whatever the spotlight is that I've set up as a teacher, that's going to show up here in the main part of the screen. So I'll go and switch that back to me. And what I'll often do is I will switch the camera to my overhead cam. Woo, look at that picture. And then you can see my hands on the keys. And that's the main video that you're going to be watching. And you can see on an iPhone or on a smartphone that is, it's there. You can see what's going on. You can see the action, but it's definitely going to be a lot smaller. And this is the reason why I definitely recommend that you use either a tablet or a laptop. So that's just some of the things I need to go over with you. If you have any questions about this or you need more help, feel free to reach out to me offline and I'll set you up. Thanks for watching.